Here we go. Oh, man. Disastrous confrontations, missing digits, and how not to use a hammer.
Hammer time!
Today, we're breaking down and reacting to the most intense medical scenes and fiery injuries from the first-person shooter video game, Battlefield 6. Let's dive right in. Oh! Stab wound directly over the left side of the chest. If one of the chambers of your heart is stabbed, there is a chance that it may or may not leak out in a confined space so much that you have time, and it also depends which chamber is hit. If you hit the aorta, blood's going to start pooling into the thoracic cavity. Difficult to compress to get the bleeding to stop. You potentially are going to leak out and die pretty fast. Oh, hitting somebody so hard with a hammer, seeing a splattering of blood everywhere, typically means that the tissue got destroyed by compression and then like blasting open. A lot of those wounds are abrasions plus kind of destroyed meaty type tissue. It's not like in a perfect line, it's all jagged. Because it's a big hammer, you worry about crushing somebody's airway, crushing any bones underneath, the subsequent inflammation and swelling, especially if it's near the neck. Oh, ouch. Upper right area of the back, right in that trapezius muscle area. Just lateral to it is the scapula itself. So you could potentially stab into that and break it. But medial to that, just to the inside, a lot of muscle tissue, ribs, and then the upper part of your lung. You could potentially hit some major vasculature on the front side that comes off of the aorta. Here we go. Oh, man. Compression right to the face. Broken jaw, broken maxilla, destroyed nose. Maybe the zygomatic arch is also gone on that right side. And any brain involvement, it could be destroyed tissue versus you just got knocked out, bleeding out, and airway obstruction again due to blood and swelling. Oh no, that looks like a headshot.
Headshot!
What matters when somebody's getting shot in the head with a bullet, how big is the bullet, how close is the individual from that shot, where in the brain is it hitting? So if it's just grazing, is it direct hit, is it straight down the middle? I've seen people who've gotten shot in the head with a 22 caliber versus a 9mm versus a 45. They all do different types of damage. So it just depends on what you're getting shot with. Ooh. Oh. Door breach with a single bullet shot to the locking mechanism. Got to be careful. Now you have fragmented pieces of metal flying at you. Could cause a foreign body into your tissue. Could lacerate and cause more problems. Increase the risk of infection. You see the individuals wearing like headgear. I hope it's protecting their ears as well as giving them audio. Lots of gunshot injuries here. Neck, head versus body and torso. Not seeing anybody move. So video games and movies show us that like, hey, you get hit and you're down and you're not moving anymore. It takes a lot longer than that in real life. Hypovolemic shock has not started yet. You haven't bled out yet. A lot of times you may just have somebody who's fallen, passed out. Double check, especially if you're there to help.
Talk to me, Lopez. Dude's a mess. I think the gunshot must have hit her artery. Is he gonna make it?
Guys, we got 4 dead bodies already. We're gonna have 4 more if we don't pick up the pace.
There's nothing I can do for him.
What? Don't know what he's doing. He's grabbing his bent leg. Maybe it's dislocated. Maybe it's fractured. We're not seeing any bloods on the hand of the character holding the leg, but screaming in pain. Blood on the abdomen. If the gunshot wound hit an artery, maybe there's blood all over the ground here. Depending on where it hit, you need to just tourniquet it. Your big, broad, I don't know what to do kind of moment is a tourniquet. Oh my gosh, they need to take his thumb. Holy crap. Ow. Chopped off the thumb so they can use his fingerprint. Could you do this with scissors? Yeah, potentially. We have a type of trauma shears that can cut through bone. If you needed to reattach that, make sure that you put it in like a gauze or small cloth, then put it in an ice water type bath and get it to a medical facility. Collapse down to the ground due to the pain, and the blade is actually still in there. Classic Dr. Wagner, please don't pull it out kind of scenario. Enough force, you can break through the ribs or go in between them. The ribs are really, really small, smaller than the diameter of your pinky. This could go into the heart, or it's just getting more damage into the lung itself, causing the lung to have more bleeding around it as well as air leaking out. Exact scenario. Oh, a whole building coming down. Oh, darn. Watching these explosive run-ins and near-death moments reminds me sometimes life can get intense quickly. Whether you're at school, work, or digital Battlefield here, Chillax by my company Life Happens could help you out. To help you keep calm under fire, find it at lifehappens.com or on Amazon. Oh, there's some big chunks. Told you, debris is bad. That is not good. Okay, what do you do from a medical standpoint? Well, once the dust settles, you have to figure out, is there anybody salvageable? Especially in Battlefield medicine, you're doing that classic triage system. Black, they're dead or going to die. Red is your most sick and need immediate care. Those are kind of your main colors. When you have so many patients to take care of and you have limited people and resources, very difficult to do. Yeah, say somebody is just died, like they lost their pulses. In a normal situation, you'd probably do a full resuscitation and try to get them back. But in this type of scenario, you're not going to. The likelihood of getting that individual back is very low. So you're most likely going to move on to the next person. A really good example, if you wanted to understand this a little bit more, the TV show The Pit, they had a scenario where they needed to do something like this. So if you're interested in seeing how it's kind of run in real life, check it out. Oof. Pretty good. Punches to the face, good thud noises, but you're not seeing just blood everywhere. Typically, people will bleed initially from the teeth cutting its gums on the inside or the cheek on the inside of your own mouth. Risk of like bruising starting to show up, depending on if the tissue is raw or you hit it in such a way that the tissue can break open. That's when you'd see more laceration. Where they're hitting, it's going to hurt your own hand as well because you're hitting bone.
Come on, you're all too smart to be dancing your heart shit.
Oof. Single gunshot wound to the left chest, just above the plate. It is high up. This is going to cause bleeding, hemothorax and pneumothorax, rib fractures, maybe scapular fracture in the back if it goes through that side, and a lot of pain. Will he die right away? Probably not. That's why they said he's down. He's not dead. Check for pulses. You're going to try to minimize bleeding as best you can and get the person to definitive medical care. Get out of this scenario. Battlefield 6, the medical components of this, pretty intense actually. There is a lot of what feels to be kind of real injuries that we do see. If you guys played this and you enjoyed it, let me know in the comments. If you want me to do more reacts to games similar to this, please send them my way. Tell me which games to check out. And as always, do me a favor, check out this playlist right here, binge watch everything. And do me a favor, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on your bell notifications. Thank you so much for watching, and stay healthy, my friends.